Hi guys, so arm drive and hip function. Do the arms drive the legs during sprinting? So we'll talk about that in a second, but first of all I want to make sure you subscribe to my Relaxed Sprinting Movement email list. If you can do that, you can do so by clicking the description in the link below and getting on there where you get a discount for my new online program, which is a pre-race relaxation sequence. Really primes you for your fastest race, so we're going to have a look at that. Plus you get access to me. I reply to emails there, so if you have specific individual issues, then I can reply by email to you on that. So it's well worth you going on to the Relaxed Sprinting Movement and just signing up there. So all about arm drive. Do the arms drive the legs? And a lot of times sprinters think that actually if you pump your arms more, you'll actually sprint faster, and you can see that in a lot of the high echelons of sprinting as well, and the professionals as well. You see quite a bit of upper body development as well. I'm not sure about that in terms of that, but the main principles to understand is the relationship with the arms and the legs, and there is a relationship, and they work together. But fundamentally, your hip muscles must be working first before the arms can do their job. See, the body works in a particular sequence when you actually are doing any forward motion, any forward movement. When you're traveling from A to B, the body goes through a particular muscular sequence. In fact, that muscles work in a particular order, fire in a particular order to get you there in the most efficient way. And it's always when, in terms of forward motion for the body, the hip muscles are the first muscles to fire. They are the foundation for you to do that. So it takes it totally back to front to think that when you're actually sprinting, that the arms drive the legs. You pump the arms quicker, you will sprint faster. This is not the case, and I know from experience where when I actually, built up a lot of upper body development for sprinting and 400-meter runners, it didn't actually make me quicker. It made me tighter, because I often thought, upper body development, that's going to drive the legs. It doesn't work like that. It's always the hip muscles fire first for the body to work in a sequence. It always starts with the hip muscles, and then it spans outwards. It spans out from there where the muscles, the core, and then the upper body work, and then the quads and the calf muscles. So it spans out. The sequence is always that it spans out from the hip muscles, and the hip muscles are the foundation. So the hip muscles have to fire first for the arms to do the job. It's not the other way around. You have to understand this. So I go through this on my online program. My pre-race relaxation sequence gives you a build-up understanding of why the hip muscles are so important in terms of stride length, in terms of power. But when you actually do that, when you get the hip muscles firing first, you find that the arms will function a lot better as well. Because when you get the hip muscles are compass in the sequence, particularly the psoas muscle. And the psoas muscle has many functions in hip flexion in terms of knees in sprinting movement, but it also in terms connects the lower body with the upper body. So if the psoas isn't functioning properly, then the upper and lower body are disconnected, are not functioning in unison, are not working as a unit. So the first thing is always to get the psoas functioning first, so you get that connection there between upper and lower body. And then once you get that connection, we can actually get the upper body to do their job and to be released and loose. The very best thing about sprinting as well, it's not to pump the arms quicker, it's to release tightness in the upper body so they can move freely. Once the shoulders are more relaxed, then they create more arm action, and that can actually add to the sprinting movement, add to the stride. But if you're not got the hip function first, getting that function right, the psoas and the glutes functioning first, then no amount of, if you actually start to actually pump the arms quicker, then you're overworking the shoulders, and you're compromising stride pattern, you're compromising stride length, stride frequency, endurance, basically all sprinting performance when you think about that. A tight upper body will always compromise it, and it often happens with sprinters that they've got tight upper bodies, that they're working on too much and trying to actually use too much in the sprinting action, and this is really compromising sprinting action. So the rule of thumb is always the hips and the legs always drive the arms. It has to start in that sequence, and the body always functions in that sequence. So make sure that you're actually getting the hip muscles firing by using proper breathing, by using proper breathing and proper relaxation. Once you're relaxed, then you're more likely the body is going to be working in sequence with it. And it's in proper sequence, in the sequence that's going to get you running faster. And you can do that by, again, by my relaxation program. That will actually activate the muscles in the proper order to get your arms to function with your legs, get the upper body to connect with the legs. So sprinting feels right, it feels good, and it feels connected. Your body feels connected when it does. And when you have that, if sprinting's a joy, running's a joy, because it feels easy. And that's what you want it to feel. That's your goal in all your training, is to make sprinting feel easy. Once you do that, then you can do it. But it doesn't happen by driving the arms faster to drive the legs. It doesn't work like that. Hip muscles first, then the arms. So hopefully that video gives you a better understanding. Please, again, subscribe to the Relaxed Sprinting movement. Have a look at my pre-relaxation sprinting sequence, and I'll see you in the next video.